I then realized, okay, as much as I loved social work, I don't think I want to retire on social work, because I was taking all the problems home and I would often cry myself to sleep. And I remember thinking, okay, while I'm doing my social work, I will train as a Montessori teacher. And so I trained as a Montessori teacher. Children were still very young, but where there's the will, there's a way. Got my qualifications as a Montessori teacher, and that was with the view of, opening my own school then. This is way back in 2001. In less than a year, we were able to set up this place. Just because the vision was there, not just theoretically, but practically speaking. So when we were looking for investors, it wasn't a difficult thing to find, because the conviction is there, the passion is there. So people are like, okay, here you go, what can you do with this? And that's what we're doing right now as we speak. We're, that's where we are. So it is doable, it's possible. I think when it comes to academia, a lot of people are so maybe overwhelmed, or maybe they think it's too hard. But as long as you find that passion and that thing that you really want to do, and your calling, I guess it comes down to having faith in God and knowing that you're not here by accident, and just find that passion. And then whatever you're reading, you will understand, you will finish earlier. It doesn't become a chore. And it's that sort of understanding for me that has made me think, oh, hang on a minute, if I am able to function and I'm able to achieve a lot of what I've achieved, whether academically or else, then how much more our children? How are we educating our children? Why are we not getting the genius out of these children? Why are they finding school so boring? Why is it, why are we having to persuade them or cajole them or reward them or bribe them to do school when school is supposed to be fun? Montessori calls it learning is play and play is learning. Let's not take it too seriously in terms of making it so complicated. Learning is play and play is learning. And that is the mindset that I am so determined to change and to follow the footsteps of Maria Montessori, whose philosophy we are using. If we can infiltrate a lot of schools, or even parents, to understand, hey, listen, you don't need to pressurize your children. There's no need for a child at age 12 or 13 to be sitting for exams if they're not ready. Let them learn what they have to learn. Let's stop the cramming and let's understand and master. When they master and understand, then we have the future scientists. Whereas now we have Einstein and then Pythagoras and then this, and then we box them in. Okay, kids, today you're going to learn about Einstein. But Einstein was not good at school, in the regular school. He was left to discover, he was left to explore. And now we have what we have. I hear a story of Thomas Edison, the guy who invented, one of the guys that invented the light bulb. He was expelled from school, right? And a letter was written to say, your child is not good for school, your child is not this. But the mother was smart enough to, reverse it and say, oh, they've excluded you from school because you're smart, because you're clever, because you're this, so I'm going to homeschool you. And today we have the light bulb. So let's get our children back. Let's parents change their mindset in the way we think of education. So the holistic approach needs to be revisited, both at policy level, at parental level, in every aspect if we want a better future. If education means to just memorize and cram and then get a degree, but you don't know as an engineer how to put a light bulb up. I visited a chocolate factory. One of our kids' parents has a chocolate factory. And he said to me, oh, please teachers. He goes, we have university students here who are supposed to be helping us make the chocolates, because I saw on the board that he had percentages. He goes, none of these degree graduates that are working for us know how to work out the percentage to make the chocolates. That's ridiculous. So his one plea was, can you please make sure that when these kids are learning whatever they're learning, whether it's maths, English, teach them things that are relevant. Challenges. My first challenge has been the work ethics of my fellow Ugandans. You know, just to have the grounds here leveled because it was so trip hazard and everything. They'll come and say it takes 10 days, then it takes a month, and then it's 2 months. We were supposed to have opened in September. And parents would come in and we're like, I'm not ready. Okay, we'll open maybe in October. And then in the end, whenever they'd come in, I'd tell them, do you see the workers here? And they said, yeah. I said, when they decide to finish, because they take the money, they go, then they decide to come back when they want to come back. They answer the phone when they want to answer the phone. And you're just like, this is a joke. My vision from my experiences is to prepare our children for the real world, the future children. You know, let's think 15, 10 years ahead of now.